scratchy. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What would life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Hello, everyone.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Hi, I'm Christine.
And I'm Mark.
And we're Homegrown Harvest, and today is
Question and Answer Thursday.
Q&A Thursday, where we answer questions that friends and
That
followers...
rhymes. Q&A Thursday.
People have sent in their questions
And
about gardening.
people like them rhymes.
How to live sustainably. We encourage all of our viewers and followers to send us their questions about gardening or plants, or if you want to learn how to live a more sustainable lifestyle, cut down your carbon footprint. We'll try to help with that. So our first question today, we're inside again today because the wind picked up.
Yeah, otherwise it would sound like we're in a wind tunnel.
So today, our first question is from Cassie. She writes, can the newest full spectrum LED home light bulbs do double duty as grow lights? What do you think about that? What do you think?
Full spectrum.
Full spectrum. So
Wasted spectrum.
well, so the short answer is yes, they can be. However, full spectrum gives you a clue that includes the full light spectrum. And plants, however, only use about 2/3 of the spectrum. They don't have use for 1/3 of it, so you'd be wasting money. And the whole point of those LED lights is to save energy. And so, if you have a ton of them, sure.
I've already got them, I guess, yeah, but don't go out and buy them.
There are horticultural LED lights that are inexpensive to use and give your plants the right type of light that they need in order to thrive and grow. And so that would be what we would recommend over the full spectrum. But again, if you got a bunch, definitely use them. She also wrote that she recently learned that daylilies are edible. She already knew that pansies and roses were too, and she's interested in finding out about other edible ornamentals.
Hang on.
Well, so
Ornamental and edible
there are...
should be oxymoron.
It should be. It should be.
There are ornamental peppers. I would not eat them.
Well,
There's ornamental cabbage.
Right. They're just not as tasty. Doesn't mean
you're not going to die from eating them, but I don't.
Right.
I don't eat my front lawn either, and that wouldn't kill me either if I ate it. But
well, it depends on So edible basically is the term edible means that it's a plant that's grown that you can eat. That's some part of it. Now, it's important to know that there's some plants you can eat.
Do you know some parts of a pine cone are edible? Is there anybody old enough to remember Yule Gibbons used to do TV commercials for Grape Nuts cereal? And they used to parody him on Saturday Night Live. They'd go, some parts of a picnic table are edible.
I don't get it.
70s humor.
Yeah.
It's a different time.
So, anyways.
And plain.
No, so take rhubarb, right? People grow rhubarb. However, you only use the stalk of the rhubarb plant. The leaves are toxic. So, it's important to understand.
And rhubarb can jump your garden and start growing around places.
Right. So you gotta be careful with that.
Don't watch it when it goes to seed.
But back to her question, it's important to know, yes, what plant is edible, what flowers. There are a lot of flowers out there that are grown that are edible that you wouldn't think upon first looking at it that it is.
Well, how about squash blossoms?
Well, those are
especially in Italian cuisine. That's a delicacy. They take the delicate yellow squash flowers when they come out, and then they take them off and they batter them and deep fry them.
Yep.
Delicioso.
Well, and actually cooking with flowers has been around since the early Romans, actually. But it's still used in many cultures, in China and the Middle East and in India. It's a good portion of their cuisine. So,
What else?
Again, one thing to know about certain flowers, just because they're edible doesn't mean, you definitely should be eating it. Wax begonias are edible, but I understand that they can taste kind of swampy.
Swampy, there's a good
So
taste.
that doesn't sound like something
It's
you're
got
gonna
a hint
eat.
of a casked aged, little oaky, little fruity, little swampy.
And also begonias, even though again they're edible, if you have gout or kidney stones
Watchdogs.
or rheumatism, you shouldn't eat begonias. So again, it's important to know. Always check with the doctor first.
What about scarlet begonias?
Not if you have those conditions, So
What if she had scarlet begonias in her hair?
well, then it's an ornamental, and then in which case it's fine. There's a lot of edibles you can use as ornamentals as well. It doesn't mean you have to eat it. So some other tasty flowers, calendula has a similar taste to saffron and is actually called the poor man's saffron. You could sprinkle that on
Saffron
soups.
is expensive.
Yes. You okay?
I just may fade out
Sprinkle
of frame.
Sprinkle that on your soup or pasta or rice, or make an herb butter with that.
Herb butter. Otherwise known as green butter around here.
Carnations, those are the petals are sweet. Did you know that carnation petals are the secret ingredient to chartreuse, which they've been using since the...
Is that a liqueur?
It's a French liqueur.
A French liqueur?
Yes, I'm sure I've had it on some very drunken night. It's really sweet, right?
Some Frenchman was plying you with...
No. Sorry, I don't know how you pause. Like, how do you do that?
Live television,
Yeah, on your phone.
Fan me.
Oh no! Gosh, people. So fuchsia, those are those beautiful flowers that hang from those hanging baskets.
You can eat
The
those?
The berries are, you can, they have a slightly acidic
I'm not eating
flavor. Well, if you had to. Their berries are edible. Hibiscus. Now you drink hibiscus. Hibiscus has a cranberry.
My
kind of
recording
flavor.
studio is called Hibiscus Studios.
It's dried to make tea. So, Johnny Jump
I was
Ups.
born in Hawaii, so ergo.
Ergo.
Flower. Hibiscus.
Ipso facto. Johnny Jump Ups have a mild wintergreen. I wouldn't have thought they're wintergreen flavor.
That's a dance party in the Caribbean. It's called Jump Up.
Jump Up.
Did you know that?
It's good in salads, and you can throw it in your drink or soup or dessert. Nasturtiums, another good one in the garden, and also
There's a beneficial, too.
exactly. It has a sweet yet spicy flavor, kind of like watercress. And you could stuff those flowers.
I'll have a watercress
Those
sandwich.
are good flowers for
Yes,
stuffing.
Tea sandwiches, please.
And you can add the leaves into a salad. Adds a little peppery tang.
Peppery tang, like an arugula.
Like an arugula.
It is a vegetable.
But it's a flower. Violets.
The movie is My Blue Heaven. It is Steve Martin. That was the quote. Arugula, it is a vegetable.
Oh, that's right.
Watch the movie.
It's a good movie.
Classic.
Violets.
Blue. And roses
No,
are red.
they're purple.
That's not what the poem says.
I don't care what the poem says. Do you remember violet gum?
No.
You never had violet gum? Does
I remember
anybody
I
remember
remember
violet gum?
I remember the Violent Femmes.
No, Emily.
What's all this talk about violins on television?
Violets
Oh.
have a sweet perfumed flavor. They're like, pansies and violas and the Johnny Jump Up.
Who you calling pansy?
You can throw their leaves and flowers into salads and in cold drinks and desserts.
Oh, people will think you are very far out.
But their heart-shaped leaves, when cooked, apparently taste like spinach.
Well,
So there are
like
a lot
spinach.
of, yeah, exactly. So there are a lot of tasty things out there that you can try. If you want to find out more about where I got the information, I'll post the links somewhere on our Facebook page. I'll put up a post about edible flowers. So, that's it for today's Q&A Thursday. You have any questions?
What's up next?
See us on next Monday, where we're gonna have
Homegrown
we'll talk
tomatoes,
about how to
tomatoes.
use pollinators in your garden so you can bring out bees.
Only two things
That was one of our
money
questions.
can't buy.
So
That's true
follow us on
love and
Facebook,
homegrown tomatoes.
Instagram. Always send us your
Homegrown
questions.
tomatoes, homegrown
And we
tomatoes.
hope you guys have a
What would
great
life be
weekend.
without homegrown
Good luck in your gardens,
Only
everybody.
two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes.